Hey guys, it's Will with Vinyl Appreciation Society. Before we get into this, like, subscribe. What else do you have to do? Comment, all the fun stuff, the YouTube stuff. It really helps us, it does. We've been adding subscribers at a pretty decent pace recently, and it's really exciting for us and it allows us to make more videos, and it also helps us kind of steer the direction of the ship in terms of like if we get a lot of people subscribing when we're releasing a lot of vinyl videos, we know that people want to see vinyl videos, we can do more vinyl videos, so it's very helpful for us. So if you could do that, that'd be awesome. Thank you, yay! I'm here today to talk about vinyl storage. This is something that gets talked about like a little bit from time to time. It's not like a huge topic of discussion on, we're more active on Instagram, honestly, than we are on YouTube. And on Instagram, it's not a thing that comes up a ton. People take a lot of pictures of their vinyl shelves, but it's really more about looking at the collection of vinyl. And a lot of people who do discuss these things tend to err towards kind of presentational things, right? So IKEA sells these little squares that are made for vinyl that you can stack in different ways and make your own shelves. You can buy custom shelving units. You can buy those old record players that have built-in shelving units. Is kind of like a big piece of furniture. Some people use bookshelves that are tall enough to store LPs on. And so it's a lot of things that you would put like in your living room with all your records on it. So people come into your house and they're like, oh, cool. Can I look at your records? And it starts a conversation, stuff like that. That stuff is awesome if you have the space for it and if you have the living situation for it. I live in a relatively small apartment. I have a toddler and I have 2 dogs. And so storing media in an out there and open way is just not an option for me because the baby will rip it off the shelf. The dogs will go over and lick it. They're very curious. Their hair gets everywhere. It's a nightmare. And because we don't have a lot of space, I can't just put like a giant vinyl shelf in the middle of my living room. Basically, I have no space already. So I need stuff that I can stack, that I can put in the corner, that's strong, that's heavy, that fits a lot of records, is relatively inexpensive, and that the dog and the baby are not going to climb into. So what is the solution to that? And this is something, honestly, that I've been kind of working on perfecting for like a couple years at this point. So, ta-da! This probably just looks like a milk crate. This is, in fact, an S crate. I think the S stands for super. I'm not 100% sure. So what's so special about a milk crate? Here's the thing. As you may or may not know, I lived for like 10, 11 years in New England. So I lived in Vermont. I went to high school in Vermont. We moved up to Vermont. So I'm originally from New Jersey. Moved up to Vermont. I went to high school there. I went to college in Massachusetts. My parents still live in Vermont, so I'm back there all the time. I'm basically a New Englander. And real milk crates, which I discovered really quickly after we moved to Vermont, are like perfect for storing things, are durable. They last forever. They're super strong. They're heavy plastic. And they come in different sizes. Some of them fit vinyl, some of them don't, right? If you go to the Container Store, or if you go to Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, like other places that sell storage solutions, the things that they say are milk crates are not real milk crates. The easiest way that you can tell is if you pick it up and feel the weight and the strength of the plastic, could you carry however many gallons of milk that you could fit in here with that thing, or would the bottom just rip out? And I know this because I've actually gone to the Container Store and I've bought what was called a milk crate, and it is not in fact a milk crate. The dimensions are wrong and it's not strong enough and it will not fit vinyl. The S crate fits vinyl and is super strong because it is designed for dairy farms. This was $9. I bought it online from a dairy supply store. So I got 2 of them for whatever that is, like 18 bucks. And then the shipping is kind of expensive because, as you can see, this is pretty big. But it fits records with a little bit of room to spare. I can fit 50 to 60 records in here, depending on whether or not they're in sleeves, whether or not they have outer sleeves, double LPs, box sets, like stuff like that. They stack really nicely on top of one another. They're super durable. Little fingers and dog noses don't fit particularly well in here. They're really nice for portable. So like if we're filming stuff in the studio, I can just throw a bunch of records in here, grab this, put it in the car, and take it in. It's really good for that. If we have company coming over and we want to clear things out, I can put these in the closet. Like I just kind of shove them in the corner and they're just perfect because you can see the records through here, right? So you can look and be like, oh, here are the spines. What do I want to listen to? Pull it out. So it's not completely like closed off and put away, but it is easy to just kind of shove out of the way. So if you are someone who needs something like this, look for S crates. Go to dairy supply stores. Just type in, I mean, we'll put a link in, if you're on YouTube, in the description of the video to where you can buy these. But if you go to Google and you just search S crates dairy supply, you will find online dairy suppliers who sell these things, and they sell them in packs. They sell them in different colors because, you know, if you're a dairy farm, you have 1% milk, 2% skim, whole, whatever. And sometimes they'll color code like what goes in what kind of crate. But so there are milk crates that that will fit vinyl records, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to look at the measurements, figure out what works for your situation, what doesn't. S crates are always the same size because they're a very specific type of crate. They're super strong, they're cheap, and they're awesome. So there you go. That's what I use. I don't know if that was helpful. Thank you for watching. If you liked that, comment, like the video, let us know. We can do more stuff like this because Logan stores his records very differently than I do. And we'll see you later.